Hello and good morning or good afternoon or good evening from Italy to wherever you are. Here I am again for my weekly live uh, on my 2025 Super Patch Challenge, one Super Patch per month. So, of course, many of you may not know who I am. My name is Sabrina. I am 53 years young, and I am a breathwork coach, performance coach, wellness coach, and in a holistic way. Okay. Everything started when I had a very serious back accident in the end of the 90s. I was a former ballet dancer, professional ballet dancer for some of the biggest ballet companies and theaters in Europe. And that accident stopped my dancing career, but started a new, completely different journey into well-being and into non-invasive well-being, into the discovery that our body and our brain and mind have superpowers and can really do things that we cannot even dream about. So this is what I am and what I do and what I am passionate about. And of course, my biggest motivation is to help others who are still suffering and as I was before, to improve their quality of life by breathing techniques, certain movement techniques, and other technologies, other solutions that I have found very effective along my journey. And the VTT, the vibrotactile trigger technology, is one of these solutions that I have really found very, very effective. Actually, I think that it's kind of unique. So I have been speaking about different patches already because now it's May. Today it's the 14th of May and it's going to be the 5th month of the year. So I've already been going through different patches. I have talked in January about the Liberty patch and the Victory patch. They enhance stability, balance, and strength in different ways. They also lower inflammations and do several other things. If you want, you can go back to the January live and watch that one where I go into details with these two patches. Then I've also spoken about the Defend Super Patch. Defend Super Patch boosts our immune system, but not only. The live that I have done is very interesting. I'm showing some images with it, and you can go back to that live and check it. Then I've also spoken about the Freedom Patch. Freedom Patch is the pain patch, is the only super patch that is not really repairing anything, but it's a pain relief, drug-free, risk-free, substances-free, and with all the benefits. It doesn't give you any kind of possible eventual reaction like being sleepy. So you can use this pain relief if you have to drive, or it's not also because I had to take a lot of pain reliefs for my issues. And I know what it is when you take pain reliefs, then you get damages in the digestion or stomach, and this is completely risk-free. Then I've also been speaking about the REM super patch. REM super patch doesn't make us sleep, but when we are asleep, once we are asleep, it makes us sleep much deeply, much more deeply, and it helps our brain regulate our sleep cycles, making our sleep a better quality of sleep. And this is now the time to speak a little bit more about the joy patch. I chose the joy patch because it's spring and because last week I had to go live for the first week of the month in Italian, because every week I go live in a different language to tell you more about different super patches. And it was kind of rainy, gray. We had a couple of beautiful, beautiful warm weeks. It looked like spring was already going into summer, and then suddenly we went back to winter. So I decided that the joy patch was the perfect patch for May, for the month of May. This is the patch together with another one that I will speak about in June. This is the real life-changing tool. And I think that everybody, even the people who think are joyful, should have a try with the joy patch. Every single living being needs to feel joy in order to boost their own mental and physical health. If we are not feeling joyful, we cannot enjoy life. And the vibrations, our emotions lower our vibrations, and this makes us possibly more sick or more inclined to be sick. Another reason why I think that the joy patch is one of my favorite super patches, it's because when we can really feel joy for life, we can also foster a better connection with others and better empathy capacity. And another reason, that I have several reasons actually, because this super patch is a life-changing tool. And the other two that I'm going to list are when we feel joyful, we are also more capable of improving our quality of life. Can you imagine a life without joy? Can you really, really visualize yourself not being joyful and having a happy life? So the more we nourish our capacity to feel this love and joy for life, the more the quality of our life will improve. And the other one is that when we learn how to master this kind of feeling and vibration, we become the masters of our life, and we can switch to this creator mode, to this creator, and become the actors, the main actor of our life. So this is why I have tried myself the joy patch at one point. It wasn't the first among the first ones that I tried. It wasn't the one that I thought I needed, because once I had found a solution and had benefits with my chronic pains and chronic fatigue and lack of mobility and all the inflammations that I had, and then I started to sleep better and move better, I already felt grateful and joyful. But, life can always trigger certain conditions or certain issues, or there are some experiences that can lower our state of being, and we cannot really know what is going to come in our life. But at one point, I had to face a very critical moment last year, and I decided to give it a try, thinking that I had already all the tools, because I practice very, very effective breathing techniques, and I can also center myself by meditating. But I decided I was curious, and I gave it a try. And I could really feel the difference in the timing, in the way and in the modality I could face that moment of my life last year in a much lighter way, always being aware that there was going to be a solution. I was certain of it. Maybe in the past, I have gone through some hardships, and maybe you can resonate with me, whomever you are and wherever you're listening from. But there are times where you have to face such heavy burdens that you at one point you stop seeing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that there are always options. It's just in our mind that something shuts off, and we are not able to see that anymore. And I think that with this joy patch, we can really help so many people that are at this moment living some very heavy situations and cannot see any possibilities to get better. Of course, we have to decide ourselves. Of course, the limit is only in our mind. And of course, this is not something that creates any dependency. So once our neuroconnections are going to get repaired by the brain itself, there is no substances on these super patches. So it's just about the capacity of the skin to send an information to our brain. And once the brain receives the information, it knows how to work, how to function. So I invite you, I really invite you, even if you are a very joyful person, even if you are an extrovert person, to give it a try, because this makes a lot of a whole difference in our life, in our quality of life. And I remember also, I want to remind you, actually, not I remember, I want to remind all of you to help me share these videos, this content that I'm creating and leaving available on my channel, so that more and more people can know about this non-invasive solution. And so please like and share, subscribe to my channel, and help me get more visibility with the YouTube algorithm. And I wish you a very beautiful day and a very beautiful month of May, in the name of